What makes a strong personality? Is it circumstances, luck, or is it something that comes from within, from willpower and self-discipline? Welcome to this video. If you're someone who seeks to build a strong, unshakable character in the face of challenges and hardships, then you're in the right place. In this video, we'll uncover 10 things that weaken your personality. We're not just talking about simple mistakes, but real obstacles that prevent you from achieving strength and self-clarity. But don't worry, the aim of this video isn't to criticize you or bring you down. It's an invitation to wake up, to think deeply about your life, and to correct your path. Each point we'll discuss is an opportunity for you to become stronger, more self-controlled, and more capable of facing life with stability. Always remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. And since this video took real effort to create, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, so you don't miss any new videos. And share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you think weakens character and how we can overcome it. Now, let's begin the journey. 1. Constant hesitation. Hesitation isn't just a moment of uncertainty, it's a mental prison. It traps you in a world of possibilities without ever taking actual steps forward. Hesitation is the #1 enemy of Stoicism because it weakens the spirit and leaves you stuck in an endless loop of doubt and anxiety, never progressing toward your goals. This is the fate of the hesitant person, like a boat at sea with no rudder. But hesitation isn't only about major life decisions. It shows up in the smallest details of your daily life, like when you wake up and don't know whether to start your day productively or put everything off. Every small moment of hesitation weakens your character, drains your mental energy, and distances you from controlling your life. In contrast, the Stoic person moves with clarity and decisiveness. They know the world is chaotic and that no decision will be perfect, but the solution is to make a choice and face the outcome with courage. Stoicism teaches us that hesitation stems from fear. Fear of failure, fear of making the wrong choice, or fear of facing unplanned challenges. But as Epictetus said, it is not failure itself that prevents success, but the fear of it. The Stoic knows that fear is a mental block, and true strength comes from trusting your ability to adapt, no matter the result. Think about it. How many times have you hesitated over a decision, big or small? And how many times has that hesitation cost you a chance that could have changed your life? When you view hesitation this way, you realize it's not just a delay, it's a waste of your life. The Stoic never allows themselves to fall into the trap of hesitation. They hold one truth in front of them. Life is short, and every moment of hesitation is a lost moment that can never be regained. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start now. Make decisions with strength. Know that every decision is a step toward growth, even if its outcome isn't what you expected. 2. Seeking approval from others. If your sense of worth depends on people's opinions of you, then you're building your personality on shaky ground. The need for constant approval is one of the biggest enemies of personal strength. Marcus Aurelius said, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." This contradiction is what Stoicism seeks to correct. When you live to please others, you become a slave to their opinions. You start shaping your decisions, appearance, speech, even your dreams, based on what others might think. That's not strength. That's weakness masked by politeness. The problem with constantly seeking approval is that it puts your peace in the hands of others. And that's a dangerous game. People are inconsistent. Their opinions change. Some will criticize you just because they're unhappy with themselves. So, why would you let your life be guided by their noise? That's a powerful message. Growth often means doing things others won't understand, and that's okay. You're not living their life. You're living yours. The moment you stop chasing approval is the moment you regain your power. You stop apologizing for being yourself. You stop explaining your every move. You start living according to your principles, not society's expectations. This doesn't mean you become arrogant or closed off. It means you become centered, grounded. You listen to advice, yes, but you don't bend every time someone disagrees. Remember this: the approval of others is a bonus, not a necessity. If you build your confidence on their praise, it will collapse with their criticism. So ask yourself honestly, are you living for your truth or their applause? Choose strength. Choose inner peace. 3. The fear of failure. Most people never reach their true potential, not because they aren't capable, but because they're afraid to fail. They'd rather stay in their comfort zone than take a risk that might expose their weaknesses. But here's the truth: failure is not the enemy. Fear is. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Every setback is a lesson. Every mistake, a teacher. If you're never failing, it probably means you're never trying anything bold enough to matter. You cannot become strong by only choosing what is easy. Comfort makes you soft. Challenge makes you powerful. The Stoic mindset doesn't avoid failure, it prepares for it. It says, "I will do my best, and if I fail, I will rise again, wiser, tougher, and more prepared." The fear of failure often comes from pride. We don't want to look bad. We don't want others to see us stumble. But what's more important, their opinion or your growth? Let them laugh. Let them doubt. Let them criticize. Your mission isn't to impress, it's to become. If you gave your best and failed, you did not lose. You gained experience. You moved forward. You became stronger. But if you let fear stop you from even trying, then you've already lost. So the next time fear whispers, "What if you fail?" answer boldly, "What if I don't try?" 4th, discipline is freedom. Most people think freedom means doing whatever you want, whenever you want, with no rules. But that kind of freedom is a trap. It makes you a slave to your impulses, to laziness, to comfort. Discipline is your weapon against the weaker version of yourself. It's what keeps you going when everything else tells you to stop. It builds confidence, teaches patience, and earns self-respect. Every time you wake up early when you don't feel like it, every time you say no to something tempting but toxic, every time you show up and work when it's hard, you're building a stronger version of yourself. People want results. But the Stoic? He cares about process. He knows results come from habits, and habits come from daily decisions. The Stoic is not a robot. He feels pain. He gets tired. He has desires. But the difference? He doesn't hand over the keys. Discipline isn't punishment. It's power. If you want to build a strong character, live with discipline. Every day is a test. Will you command yourself or obey your weakness? 5. Character over everything looks fade. Money comes and goes. But character, that's legacy. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Don't talk. Don't post quotes. Live it. Be honest when it's easier to lie. Be calm when it's tempting to explode. Be kind when you have the power to hurt." That's character. And character is rare. You want respect? Build it. You want peace? Earn it. Not through talk, through action. Live with honor, die with no regrets.